Todd. Thanks for coming on to This Day in Metal podcast today. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm ready for the tour that comes up with Judas Priest, and the new record comes out in 2 days, so October
Nice.
7th. So that's kind of exciting. And yeah, man, just been running around like a chicken with my head cut off.
So how long's the tour for? Like, how many
It's
dates is it?
it's a 6-week tour. I think the first show I think is the 13th of October, and the last show I believe is November 29th. So I get back
Okay.
around December 1st, something like that.
So is that U.S. Tour dates, or is it all over?
Yeah,
all over the place.
it's US. Yeah, the last run we did with them was North America, which included some Canadian dates.
Yeah, I've seen you guys in Hamilton. I'm just going to say that concert was amazing. You guys sounded awesome. I just
Thank you.
wanted
Yeah,
to let
thanks
you
a
know
lot.
that.
Yeah, it's a fun package, and it's an honor to be out there with Judas Priest, and I mean, I think a total of 3 months together is pretty special
Yeah,
thing.
enjoy it while you can, eh?
That's it. Yeah.
So last year you did a solo album, "Rejoice the Suffering." What was your favorite track off that?
Oh man. I don't know that I have a favorite track. I have some standouts that I really I mean, I like all the songs, but Crossroads to Insanity is kind of a favored one for me. Um, I like them all. I like them all. I like Hellbound and Down. I like Darkened Majesty.
I
I
love
like
that
them
song.
all.
I play that on the car radio all the time. It's like, damn, that's good.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I like them all for different reasons. There's some thrash, faster stuff, and then you've got some slower, kind of deeper, darker things that are on there. But I think it's a pretty solid record from front to back.
So did you record all the instruments, or did you have guests on there, or how'd that go about?
So my friend Craig Blackwell and I did the whole record. We wrote all the songs together, and I did the drums and the vocals, and Craig played the bass and all the guitars. And then we had a
Nice.
friend named Al Nunn come in and do some kind of keyboard atmospheric stuff on a couple songs on the bonus track One by One. He's more into like the death kind of doom metal, black
Right.
metal stuff. So he contributed to that, and then our good friend Jordan Ziff came in and did a guest solo slot on the title track. So Craig and him kind of do a back and forth thing on that song.
Nice.
Other than that, it was just the two of us, and then I hired Zeus to do mix it and master it, but it was
And he
self-produced, and.
and he did the new Queensrÿche album too. Is that correct? The
Yep, he
producer.
did. He did the new Queensryche record, and he did the last two records with the band. So this is
Nice.
his third record with the band. Yeah.
So do you plan on doing another solo album in the future?
Yeah.
You have
So
any?
Craig and I are starting to write new riffs now, and I want to get a proper second follow-up album to that one written and start recording that. But yeah, definitely doing a follow-up, and um, we're in the beginning stages of writing that now.
Awesome, because I really like that album. I'm like, damn, you got to do another one. That's really
Yeah,
awesome.
thanks.
No
Appreciate that.
worries. So tomorrow's the anniversary of Eddie Van Halen's death. Were you a Van Halen fan growing up?
Oh yeah, I mean, ever since I was a kid, we had a neighbor that was, a few years older than me, and he used to crank that, the vinyl, and I'd hear it coming out of his house, and I kind of when you're 10, 11, 12, and they're 16, 17, you kind of look up to them like the cool guys, and
Exactly.
I would hear Running with the Devil and just all that classic Van Halen stuff. But yeah, I mean, I mean, who doesn't like Van Halen, really? He was.
Exactly. A lot of the younger generation doesn't know what we're talking about, but we sure love
Yeah,
it.
I
So,
mean, I remember seeing them on the Monsters of Rock tour in, what is that, '88, I think.
which city did you go to? Because I seen them in Buffalo and that.
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa,
Yeah, that was Kingdom Come, Dawkins,
Metallica.
yeah, that whole thing. So I got to see them. That was with Sammy Hagar, which I I I kind of think I like the Sammy Hagar stuff overall, maybe a little bit more. Um,
Yeah, that's a
but I
toughie
mean,
there.
it's tough to pick. I mean, they're both amazing in their own era.
Exactly.
But yeah, I got to see him one time. I only saw him once, but that was, I mean, seeing Eddie Van Halen live was just,
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
oh yeah,
So I think I seen a picture there a while back. You had a picture with Sammy Hagar and Michael
yeah,
Anthony and you. Yeah.
yeah. We did a show together, um, and we played two shows together. And I never met Sammy Hagar. I've met Michael Anthony before.
Right.
So that was a real treat. I went into his dressing room and we talked for about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. He was so cool. And he was warming up, playing guitar when I walked in. His
Oh yeah.
manager brought me in, and he's just riffing away and warming up, and I got to meet him, and he was so generous and nice with his time, and we talked about a few different things, and
Right.
yeah, that was a real treat. His guitar tech, I was like, dude, can I see that guitar? And he's like, yeah, I put it on and took a picture, and it
Right
was
on.
really cool. It was a nice treat.
So you never got to meet Eddie Van Halen? That
No, I never met
never got to.
either of the brothers, just Michael Anthony and Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, hopefully they do that some kind of one-off concert or something to tribute for him.
That would be nice. I mean, I saw recently in the press that Wolfgang said that he didn't see that being likely
Happening.
or something to that
Yeah.
effect. Uh, you know, who knows? But I mean, if he played guitar on it, everyone would embrace that. He's a killer guitar player, and he's got the classic guitars from his dad, and to see
Right.
that played in his honor would be really cool for the fans. But when you've got inner workings and whatever kind of maybe personal conflicts or business things, I don't know. I don't have any knowledge of that stuff, but yeah, I guess time will tell.
So you've been in the band 10 years now? 10
Yeah,
years? What's that? Time flies, eh?
it's on the one hand, it seems like yesterday, and
Uh-huh.
on the other hand, it totally feels like a decade because I've been just working. Well, we have been working so hard rebuilding the brand,
Hmm.
and it's been great. It's opened a lot of doors that I don't know might not have been opened. When I was in Crimson Glory, I got a little bit of notoriety,
Yeah.
particularly in Europe. But that's kind of more of a cult followed band, and not they don't have quite the mainstream exposure that Queensryche had or has.
Right.
So it's opened a lot of great opportunities for the band and for me. Since I joined the band, we've got to do some really great things that um, I think the band kind of deserved. Playing
Right.
Wacken. The band never played Wacken. I remember we played it the first time, and
Hmm.
I was surprised that they had never played that before. But
Hmm.
anyway, getting back out, touring with the Scorpions, getting some nice tours with them, and now a second leg of a Judas Priest tour. I think it we've proven ourselves to show that the band is still doing really well and relevant, creating new music and still honoring the legacy. And yeah, 10 years already. Can't believe it.
Crazy.
I know it's
Well, you
nuts.
have an amazing voice, so I mean that helps
Thank
too.
you.
So no problem.
I try my best. I do the best job that I can.
That sounds like some lyrics I heard before. Doing the best
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can.
yeah.
So the new album comes out this Friday, right? Can you tell me? Do you have a favorite track off that album, or is it just all of them you really enjoy? Or
I Forest is one of my favorites. It's not a metal song. It's a ballad. and I just love that. That's one of my all-time favorites on the record. I mean, we covered Rebel Yell from Billy Idol,
Oh,
which
really?
people, yeah, it's a killer version. Wait till you hear it.
I'm going now. I want to go out there and buy the album or listen to it on
I'm excited
iTunes
for
on
people to
Friday.
hear. Yeah, I'm excited for people to hear that song. I mean, we brought in our buddy John Zonner, who was in Sabotage,
Right.
and he was in Crimson Glory also, and he played all the keys on it, and kind of
Nice.
we made that more of a featured instrument with the volume, and I sang it very close to how he sings it originally. I didn't try to make it weird, or I just wanted to kind of do it like I know the song to be.
Right.
The guitars are more Queensryche style, some different. You'll hear that. You'll definitely hear like kind of that Queensryche sound on the guitars, but we kept it fairly true to the original. Um, Same tuning. We didn't try to make it heavier, or we
Right.
really wanted to pay homage to the original version with just a little tweak here and there. Behind the Walls seems to be getting really great feedback.
Now, did you
You know,
play? Did you play any of the new songs when you went to Hamilton at all? Did you? Or are they
no,
all
no, we didn't do anything new yet. We'll probably play, one or two on the Judas Priest tour,
okay?
and then when we do a proper headline ground tour next March, April, I think it's about a 6-week tour we already have planned.
Hopefully, you come
Um,
to Toronto.
yeah, I don't know if there's any Canadian dates yet, but we're going to be supporting the new record pretty heavily. I would
Nice.
imagine 4 or 5 songs from the record. I think we're
Nice.
gonna we're gonna focus a lot on the last 4 records, and then you'll definitely have those handful of staple classic songs. Maybe we'll throw in a rare deep cut that we haven't played either in a very long time or that we've ever played since I've been in the band. So we're
So
definitely revamping the set.
would the band put the Rebel Yell song in there, or do you think you just leave?
We're not opposed to it. I said to the
I
guys,
think it might be a good idea.
I said, wouldn't it be cool to close with like a fun party song that everybody
Right.
knows and just kind of maybe end the set with Rebel Yell? That might be kind of fun. So nothing is off the table.
Awesome. That'd be wicked if you did that.
Yeah.
So, is there a theme to this album?
No, no, there's not really a theme per se. I mean, um, each song is its own kind of subject matter. It's not based off of a storyline or anything conceptual in that regard.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, it's not a concept record. Maybe the next one will be.
Okay.
Talk
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Awesome. Um. So, besides playing music, do you have any hobbies or anything? Are you a sports fan or?
I'm not a sports fan really. I don't follow professional sports. Everybody else in the band, Stony doesn't either really, but the other guys are big into football,
Right.
and so yeah, I know that when the tour starts, the TVs are going to have football on constantly,
Nice.
and but yeah, they're big sports fans. I'm as far as hobbies go, I mean, really just doing stuff around my house. I'm always fixing something or fixing something up. I'm in the process of having the backyard completely redone, and so
Nice.
I like doing things with my hands, building things, that kind of stuff. So, pretty much just in my instruments. I like to collect guitars, and
And you started out as a drummer then, and then
yeah, actually, I mean, this is your listeners for your podcast won't be able to see what I'm showing you, but studio's kind of a mess right now. But there's my kit. I started setting up
nice.
again, and I've got guitars here. I got guitars in cases. I've got,
Wow.
this is kind of my workstation area here. And then I just got a new frame in right here that I'm working. Because we're not selling gold records where they're getting sent from the label, but I've got a bunch of new vinyls here.
Oh,
This is
nice.
the double vinyl in the blue and white. So I'm actually going to frame that today. and
Nice.
find a nice spot up there for the Queensryche records that I've done. There's my solo record. And I got some cool memorabilia. There's the Scorpions thing when we toured with them, they all signed. But pretty much just, instruments. I'm really into instruments and
Hmm.
doing shit around my house, man. I'm not going to sports games. I don't go out to clubs, and I rarely go to concerts because that's what we do for a living. So usually my peers, I just like to be home. I like to be home. I'm away from home a lot.
Hmm.
I just want to be home with my wife and our dog and see my mom and my sister and some friends and keep it
Take it
pretty low
easy.
key. Yeah, just take it easy. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for the
Okay. Well,
interview.
listen, man, I
I just
appreciate the support. I hope your listeners enjoyed the little chat. And we got a new video coming out also Friday.
which one is that for? Do you know? Or
When's the podcast going live?
I'll probably put it on sometime today or tomorrow. So
We'll keep it a surprise. How's
oh,
that?
okay, that
We'll keep
sounds
it a
good.
surprise if people hear that before the record comes out. But
So everybody go listen in on Friday. They have a new video
yep,
and
we
check
actually
it out.
shot 7 videos so far for this record, which is a lot.
Wow.
Most bands
Wow.
will do maybe two like proper videos and then like a lyric video that
Yeah,
nobody
a
gives a
lot of
shit
them do the
about.
lyrics now. And I'm not really a big fan of the lyric videos. I like the old '80s, when they
Yeah,
had
like
some
real videos.
right, the real
So
ones.
yeah, so we've got the record will be considered last year's record in a few months, right? So
Hmm.
in order to continue that and let it run for a while, we've got videos that are going to carry us into next year. Um, we may shoot another one or two, but we all agreed like, hey, if we can, let's just keep shooting videos and let
That's
people enjoy that. And otherwise you do 2 videos and the record comes out and then it's kind of dead after that
yeah,
first.
it fades away. Like yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. So this way you're gonna be able to keep it into the new year, and
Exactly.
that's awesome. That's the way it should be done. A lot of
I
the
think
bands,
so. People kind of if you approach it from that singles mentality, like
mhm,
releasing singles, you get more not that I'm not a big fan of streaming, but that's just the reality today, right? So you have to
mhm,
embrace it and learn to adapt. So if you've got a video, if you look at an album that's released and you've got static of the album cover with whatever songs, and then you
mhm,
have the song with the video, the numbers are exponentially more, right? So
right.
if we can support many songs with videos, that just translates into more streams, more exposure, more
Exactly.
shares. People become aware of it more. So
But
that's
spread it
kind of
out some. Don't like have one video, then like 2 weeks later you're doing another video, and people like haven't even really registered with the first. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah, we've
So
been
spread it
releasing
out.
it about 4 to 6 weeks apart. By the time the bulk of them have seen that and watched it a few times, and then it kind of slows down. Boom, you hit them with another one. And we've got a really great guy. His name is Thomas Crane.
Hmm.
His company is called Kill Devil Films. He's very affordable. He's very creative. Um, he's done a great job um, translating the concepts into visual things. And I think the songs that we've released videos for, In Extremis was just kind of your basic straightforward performance video. It
Right.
was cool, but then we came out with Forest, which is very, the whole concept of the song is translated through the video. It really connected so much more. You
Hmm.
might not know exactly what it's about until you watch the video. And then
Right.
Behind the Walls was a great video with pyro and a different set being built and really great visuals for that. So, um, yeah, we're excited. Hopefully people like the record. We're already
Hmm.
talking about writing ideas for the next one right now to get a jump start so that it's
Yeah,
not 4
I like
years
bands
later.
when they do that. They have like a catalog, and then they have all these unreleased songs. So if 10 years from now, people I know bands that did it, and they're doing albums from 30 years ago. It's like, and it just sounds from that era. You know what I mean? It doesn't change. And do it now when you're creative and you have your mind going and
Yeah, because
this
you
and
get
that.
writer's block,
Exactly.
and then also, you're traveling all the time. So when you come home, it's like sometimes the last thing you want to do is
Right.
sit down and force yourself to write. So if you get it started early and you're in a good creative headspace, so that's kind of what I've been doing, is coming up with some really nice guitar things,
Mm-hmm.
more clean atmospheric stuff that I could throw to the guys. Maybe it's a song idea or a segue or a link. Um, but yeah, we're already, we've heard these songs 1,000 times already, so we're already kind of
Ahead of
focused
the game.
on the next thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, my
I'm
pleasure.
definitely looking forward to the album on Friday. I'll be like up Thursday night at midnight, and I'm gonna be like on
Great.
my iTunes and
Yeah.
cranking them out. So
Cool. Well, I appreciate the support, and thanks again to you and to your listeners.
thank you very much.
All
Have a
right,
good
man. Have
day
a
and
great day.
all the best, buddy.
Okay, take care.
Bye bye.